Mobile gaming changed faster than anybody expected. One minute, we were playing simple games like Gangster Vegas, Modern Combat, and Shadow Fight on phones, and somehow those games still ran smooth, felt optimized, and built massive communities across the world. And then suddenly, everything changed. Now every new mobile game wants to be a console experience. Massive open worlds, PC-level graphics, 20 gigabytes downloads. But despite having stronger phones, better internet, and more advanced technology than ever before, modern AAA mobile games are still struggling harder than the older generation ever did. Some shut down in less than 2 years, some launch completely broken, some can't even run properly on the devices they were advertised for. And that raises a really interesting question. What generation of mobile games actually got lucky? The reality is much more uglier when we look at older games. Because when you go back from 2009 to 2026, some mobile games didn't just succeed, they got insanely lucky with timing, tech, and audience. And today we're going to talk about what made that generation so special, how those games evolved so perfectly, how COVID-19 changed the gaming forever, why modern-day mobile gaming still feels lost compared to what we had before. Back in 2009, mobile gaming was still in its early days. Most phones were struggling to handle even basic 3D games, and then suddenly, Call of Duty Zombies showed up on mobile. And for that time, it felt unreal. A full zombie survival experience, real Call of Duty atmosphere, dark maps, creepy tension, surviving waves with your friends. This wasn't just another casual tap-and-play mobile game like most titles back then. It actually felt interactive, intense, like a real console experience shrunk down for mobile devices. And honestly, that's what made it special. Technically, the game was very simple. Early mobile engine, basic textures, very limited lighting, almost no advanced visual effects at all. But mobile players in 2009 weren't expecting high graphics. They were expecting fun. And this game delivered exactly that. For 2009 game, even crossing a few million installs was already considered huge success. The game proved something important. Console-style FPS zombie shooters could actually work on mobile. And that one idea opened the door for an entire generation of mobile zombie shooters later on.
Gotta get some ammo before the bloodshed can continue! If I keep this up, I'm gonna run out of zombies!
Now comes Rainbow Six Shadow Vanguard in 2011. Shadow Vanguard wasn't trying to be a fast arcade shooter. It wanted to be tactical, slower, more realistic. You had to plan movements, command your squad, think before pushing enemies. It actually wanted mobile players to play strategically, and in 2011, most mobile gamers simply weren't ready for that. Technically though, the game was impressive for its time. It tried to bring that real Rainbow Six feeling onto phones before mobile shooters even fully understood what they wanted to become. The environments had detail. The lighting gave off that realistic military vibe. Animations felt heavier and more tactical compared to other shooters back then. But the real problem was the controls. The gameplay was simply too complex for touchscreen gaming in 2011. Players loved the concept, but actually controlling everything smoothly felt difficult. And because of that, the game never truly exploded. Downloads stayed decent, but never massive. And honestly, if Shadow Vanguard released today with modern controls, smoother optimization, and better visuals, it could still dominate the tactical mobile shooter genre.
Bravo will lead the ambassador out. Alpha, you clear the upper floor.
Thank you. I can't believe it. They came in shooting. People, bullets everywhere.
We need to wrap this mission up fast. The media circus outside.
It's my aide, okay? Anik, they took her upstairs. Did you get her too?
Escorting our primary subject? Solid. Surveillance has a hostile sniper position on the 3rd floor. Till our guys reach the roof, everyone within 1,000 meters of the embassy is at risk. Bring him down ASAP.
And then came Nova 3 in 2012. This game genuinely felt like a console game trapped inside a phone. Gameloft pushed mobile hardware so hard with this one, with bigger maps, vehicles, full story campaign, multiplayer chaos. Everything about Nova 3 felt ambitious for its time. And this is where mobile gaming started changing visually. Because for 2012, the graphics looked absolutely insane. Dynamic lighting, detailed character models, huge sci-fi environments. It looked way ahead of what people expected from a phone game back then. Players loved it because it felt premium. Not like a cheap mobile shooter trying to imitate console games, but something that actually came close. The Halo inspiration was obvious, but that's also why people connected with it so much. But optimization? Yeah, this game was heavy. Low-end devices struggled badly. Frame drops happened constantly on weaker phones. Loading times were long. And I think that actually helped to increase gaming standard, because Nova 3 became aspirational. People watched gameplay videos and thought, wait, mobile devices can actually do this now? It made players want better devices just to experience games like this. Then comes Modern Combat 5 Blackout in 2014. Now this right here was a major turning point. Before this era, most mobile FPS games focused mainly on offline campaigns. short missions, basic multiplayer scale, but MC5, it fully leaned into online multiplayer progression. Built on an upgraded Gameloft engine compared to older Gameloft titles, Modern Combat 5 introduced class systems, competitive matchmaking, progression grinding unlock systems, and most importantly, the always online structure. And visually, the game looked extremely polished for 2014. Sharper textures, better animations, cleaner UI, more refined gunplay. Everything felt smoother and more professional compared to older mobile shooters. And timing played a huge role too. Global internet speeds were improving. More players finally had stable Wi-Fi and better mobile data connections. And MC5 arrived at the perfect moment. Players became addicted to the multiplayer grind, the competitive system, the Call of Duty-style gameplay loop, the progression, the feeling of constantly unlocking something new. That's why downloads exploded into the hundreds of millions globally. Now comes Into the Dead 2 in 2017. This one wasn't trying to become the next massive online battle royale. While other mobile shooter chased PvP trends, competitive rankings, and live service systems, Into the Dead 2 stayed focused on two things: immersion and story. It took the simple run and shoot zombies formula from the first game and evolved it into something way bigger. Story chapters, multiple endings, different weapons, companions like dogs, Siberian tigers, Bengal tigers helping you survive through zombie hordes. It felt cinematic instead of repetitive. And visually, for 2017, this game looked genuinely gritty and horrific. Dark atmospheric lighting, foggy effects, realistic zombie designs. Farms, forests, military camps, every environment had tension, and players noticed that. Over time, Into the Dead 2 crossed more than 50 million installs, which is honestly insane for a mostly single-player zombie shooter. Then comes Shadowgun Legends in 2018. This game didn't just want to be a mobile shooter, it wanted to become a full console-style FPS RPG experience on a phone. We're talking story missions, online, PvP multiplayer, social hubs, loot grinding, armor progression, basically Destiny but mobile. Madfinger actually pulled most of it. Graphically, this game was on another level. High-quality textures, advanced lighting, detailed sci-fi environments, massive space stations, smooth animations and cinematics. Everything looked expensive. At that time, Shadowgun Legends was easily one of the best-looking mobile shooters available. But the problem was optimization became a nightmare. On mid-range phones, frame drops, overheating, long loading times, heavy storage usage, devices were struggling hard. And that became the biggest wall stopping its growth, because players loved the idea. They loved the graphics. They loved that real console game on mobile feeling. But not everyone could actually experience it smoothly. Despite all of that, the game crossed over 10 million installs globally, which proves people wanted this kind of experience on mobile. But if you ask me, was it successful? My answer is yes. Was it massive? Not at all. Because then came the era of Garena, Free Fire, PUBG, and Call of Duty Mobile. And this right here was the moment mobile gaming truly peaked. The timing, technology, esports, content creation, and hype. Everything aligned perfectly at once. Because before this, some games had graphics, some had multiplayer, some had cool mechanics, but none of them had everything together. Free Fire exploded by targeting low-end devices. PUBG Mobile brought realistic battle royale gameplay that looked almost impossible for phones back then. And Call of Duty combined modern warfare and polished multiplayer gameplay, all into one complete package. And after that, mobile gaming changed forever. And we were all there for it in 2018 and 19. The hyped YouTube videos, esports tournaments, the late-night squad matches with friends. It felt like mobile gaming was evolving in real time right in front of us. And then COVID-19 arrives in 2020. That changed the gaming industry completely. People who were busy with schools, colleges, jobs suddenly stayed home. They had more free time, less physical activity, that work-from-home habits, and gaming in the middle of online classes let gaming explode even harder. Even people in their 30s and 40s started getting into mobile games. That entire pandemic period blasted up the gaming genre. These 3 games became the most downloaded games ever. Massive esports titles that built careers, huge content creation machines that pulled millions of views and everywhere you looked. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, mobile shooters completely dominated the internet. And that's why I truly believe 2018 to 2020 was the golden age of mobile shooters. Because after this era, that's when things slowly started losing its track. Every AAA company looked at mobile gaming and thought, this is easy money. And that's where the problem started, because companies thought if we just release our console games into mobile, we can get popular and bring down massive number of profits. That's why you barely see any ambition, passion, and uniqueness for mobile games, just some mobile exclusive maps and operators. Nothing special or innovative. And slowly you can see the pattern, how they started rushing every games into this platform while leaving optimization behind. Firstly, Apex Legends Mobile. This one had fast movement, unique characters, hero abilities, chaotic futuristic maps. The problem was unsupported device and optimization issues. Alongside it was timing. By 2022, PUBG and Call of Duty already owned mobile gaming. Apex entered the lobby too late. However, downloads reached tens of millions very quickly. But player retention? It was very weak. No cross-progression, cross-play, separated game, and that didn't meet Electronic Arts' expectations. Battlefield Mobile didn't even fully release globally, and still failed. EA wanted large-scale warfare, building destruction, Battlefield chaos on mobile. But the reality? Players reported poor optimization, graphics are too low, and mechanisms are very weak and unstable, which doesn't look like a 2022 game at all, and it's unacceptable. Thirdly, Warzone Mobile. This might be the biggest example of modern mobile gaming problems, because technically, Warzone Mobile had everything, and it was insane for mobile gamers. Built on IW engine technology connected with console Warzone systems, the game tried to bring Verdansk, real Warzone movement, shared progression, console graphics, but most phones could not handle it. Optimization became a disaster, but player frustration exploded even faster, and this exposed the biggest problem with modern AAA mobile shooters. Companies are building games for technology that majority of players still don't have. Not everyone owns iPhone 16 Pro, Snapdragon 8 Elite devices. But between this rapid failures, Delta Force Mobile comes in 2025, because Delta Force Mobile feels like a company finally starting to understand the root problem. Instead of chasing only graphics, the game is trying to balance optimization, visual quality, large-scale gameplay, and trying best to provide that Battlefield vibes on mobiles. That's why it's still surviving right now. So these were the mobile games from 2009 to 2026 that I covered in this video, and I hope you've got the complete idea of how mobile games improved from older generation to newer. But with that, they also failed to develop a sustainable place in gaming market. Technologies improved, graphics became console, but accessibility decreased massively. And in my opinion, the luckiest games were those who came in COVID-19 pandemic. They robbed the craving audiences, but that created a faulty mindset of big giants thinking, we can step in and rob the profits too. And this is the time I want to hear from you. What do you think about modern games? And do you agree that older games were golden and these new games are just quick lucky draw cash grabs? Did this video change your perspective and information you had just a few minutes ago? And whether you liked the way I explained it all together? Let me know everything in comment section. I'll be down there reading your comments. Thanks for watching. This is Legacy, signing out.